Well, happy Saturday, folks, and welcome to my studio. Once again, I'm in my garage annex where it's nice and warm, even though I've got the garage door open and there's a lot of light out there. So again, welcome. I hope you're having a good, safe weekend and that you're enjoying yourselves, whether you're spending a little time outside, whether you're going somewhere, whatever. So, I'm going to talk about some of my work today. Some of my older work that I've had in inventory for a while. Let me reach over here and turn on this light so the light's shining on it. Anyway, I'm calling this an end of the summer sale when it's actually a moving some inventory so that I can make room for new work, if you understand what I mean. I certainly hope that I've turned up the volume on this, and I have. So, you should be picking up. And like I said, oh, there's my wife. Hi, Pam. Anyway, I need to move some inventory so I have room to store some of my newer work. And so today, every piece that I'm showing you is $300 or less. Most of it's discounted, more than 50% off. So you need to please take advantage of these phenomenal sale prices in order to add a beautiful painting to your walls to enjoy for many, many years to come, because they are very, very archival. So let's get with it. And if you've watched any of my shows before, you know that if you see a piece that you like, comment. If you see a piece that you would like to buy, comment and say sold, number 1 sold, or number 15 sold, whatever the number is, say sold. And then after the show, I'll get with each of you and we'll make those arrangements. I also need to tell you that the sale prices are for the piece itself, and they will include, or taxes and shipping are to be added to those sale prices. So AM Grind, welcome to the show. And my first piece is called Laikum Ret. That's L-A-I-K-U-M Ret, R-E-T. It's this small piece right up here. Whoops, hung up on the nail. This small piece right up here. It is, I mean, if you like red, yeah, you've got to have this piece. It's a wonderful little piece. It's 11 inches on the short side by 14 on the long side. So it is a rather small piece. The regular price for this would be almost $500, but today I'm offering this piece for $100. This is piece number 1. So if you like this and you would like to purchase it, please say number 1 sold. Now keep in mind that as we go through this process and I show you each of the pieces that I'm offering today, if you want to see something again, just make note of it and say, ooh, I'd like to see number 1 again, or I'd like to see number 10 again. I don't care. Or call it by name. How about the red piece? Laikum Ret. Now that's actually translate like red, duh, you know. But I don't remember where I got that particular language from. I don't know what language it is, but it is definitely a certain language. So piece number 1, Laikum Ret. If you'd like to purchase it, say sold number 1, or number 1 sold, however you want to phrase it. I don't care. Number 2 is the same size as Laikum Ret, only it's in a vertical format. And this one is called Astrato 29. Astrato 29. Astrato is Italian for abstract. Italian for abstract. And let me get closer so that you can see some of this wonderful texture that's in the piece. And there's a lot of texture in this particular piece. It's acrylic, and like I say, it's 14 inches on the long side by 11 on the short side. This is piece number 2, a Strato 29. And it's the same price as Lycum Ret, $100 plus tax and shipping. Piece number 3 is called Fugue. Fugue. You know, I have to, as a musician, singer, music major in college, music teacher, I have to use some musical terms once in a while. So this is called Fugue. And Fugue, getting hung up on those nails with the wire that's on the back. By the way, I do sign the back of it. I signed the, you probably can't read that backwards, can you? But I do sign the back of it, as well as sign the front of it. My signature for this piece is down here. And as you may notice, over the years, my signature has changed. So I don't sign it that way anymore. I'll show you a little bit later how I do sign my pieces now. But this is called Fugue. Fugue is number 3. Its size is 12 inches across the long and 16 along the side. It's normally over $500, and today I'm offering Fugue for $125, plus, of course, tax and shipping. So if you like Fugue, say number 3 sold. Number 4 is even different yet, perhaps. It's a seascape. Andrea Circles, welcome. So number 4 is kind of a seascape, but I call it Purple Dusk. And Purple Dusk is acrylic, and it is, what is the size of Purple Dusk? Purple Dusk is 10 by 16, so 16, that doesn't sound right. Let's just measure that, shall we? Of course we shall. It is, it's 10. 10 by 16 across the top. Yes, 10 by 16. And Purple Dusk is normally over $450. Today I'm offering it for $125. Purple Dusk. Isn't that a nice piece? And just so monochromatic. Purple Dusk. It's the sides are 1.5, and they are painted black, like which I do on a number of pieces. Wired, ready to hang. And so this particular piece, I stretched the canvas myself, which I'm not really good at stretching canvas, but hey, guess what? It's there, and it's solid. So Purple Dusk. That was number 4. Now number 5 is just a little bit bigger. Number 5 is called Realm, and it's 12 by 24 inches. So you can see it like here. 12 across the short, 24. Oh, you can't see that very well, can you? I'll move that over here. How about that? 12 by 24. And this one it's acrylic, but I also use some spray paint on this particular piece. Acrylic plus spray paint. Realm, 12 by 24, and Realm is normally over $700. Today I'm also offering this one for $125. So if you like number 5, it is Realm, $125 plus shipping and tax. Realm. I love the geometric Yeah, that's what I say. Geometric shapes in this particular piece. I do love geometric shapes in many pieces, especially the triangle. So again, Realm 125. Welcome, Janet. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my sale. End of the year sale. How about some black? Some basic black on gray on canvas. And I think this one is called Stroked, and it is 20 inches by 16 across the top. Stroked. And what's wonderful about this, you can see the brush strokes. Don't you like that? The brush strokes. Stroked. And this is number 6, and it is 20 by 16, normally over 800. I'm offering this one today for $150. So if you like Stroked, if you'd like to purchase Stroked, say number 6 sold. Stroked. Number 7 is Jubilation. Now, Jubilation you may have seen before. I think I've showed it once before. But Jubilation, doesn't that just, the colors just make you feel festive? It's a little festive. And the geometric shapes with the squares and the circles and the rectangles and the odd shapes. Love all that. I love that. Triangles, actually, triangles. And the sides are painted to match the painting. So you can see I've got some yellow, pink, and greens along this particular side. Look at the top of this petite piece. That's fun, isn't it? Of course, you normally won't see the top or the bottom. You might see the sides. However, the Jubilation is 15 by 30 inches. 15 by 30 inches. And the price today is $200. The regular price is over $1,000. So today it's $200 plus shipping and handling and taxes. So if you like number 7, are you keeping track? Number 7. Say number 7 sold. All right, the next, I don't know, 10 or 11 pieces, maybe a few more, are all the exact same size. My favorite size, and if you've watched me before, you'll know that my favorite size is 20 by 20. 20 by 20. This particular piece is called W. You can actually see a W here in the composition. And when I put that W in there, I obviously had some reason for putting a W there rather than an H, say, for instance. But W, it can be stand for whatever you want. Wish, I don't know. If your name's Wilson, stand for your last name, whatever. If it's not Wilson, Wanda, maybe you're Wanda, I don't know. But anyway, or it can just stand for, you make up a word that actually goes with, or you call a word out that actually goes with W. I love this piece because of the many textures in the piece. You can see there's some really nice texture right in here, and how it all blends together, comes together. You can actually see the shape of a circle right in here. It's very subtle. And this is W, and it is $300. Now we're getting into those $300 paintings. In fact, all the rest of the paintings that I'm going to show you are $300 each. Now W is painting number 8, so if you like this particular piece, say painting number 8 sold, or just number 8 sold, or W sold, or whatever you'd like to say. This is a wonderful piece. Right now, on the back, all I have is my name. I do have the title of the piece, W by me, Jerry Hardesty. This one is not wired, but before I would ship it out to you, I would wire it. so that it's easily hung. $20 by $20, another piece for $300. Let's see, Ms. Gibby Parfum, Ms. Gibby Parfum. Welcome anyway. I'm sure I'm messing up your name and I apologize for that. What do you think this reminds you of? Don't you think this is festive? I actually call this one festival. There's a lot of layers in here. And then there's some lines as well that create some nice geometric shapes, especially the triangles, several different triangles, and there's some odd shapes as well. Only one curved one here, and then there's various subtleties within the piece itself. Again, this one is called Festival, $300. If you'd like that one, just say number 9. Number 9. Number 9 sold. I've shown this one before as well, and I've marked it down to $300, which is a really phenomenal price for each one of these pieces. So this one is $300. This one is called Pinwheel, and I got that from the fact that you see some curves. This is actually a triangular shape, but it's also curved at the same time, as you can see how my hand is moving. Another curved circle over here. A lot of texture on this particular piece, and I want you to see that nice texture. Nice texture. A lot of layers went into this piece, layers upon layers. That one was number 10. No, yes, number 10, Pinwheel. This one is Schmeer, S-M-E-E-R, Schmeer. Blue, obviously, various shades of blue. That was kind of fun to put together. And you can see here I have a different signature on my paintings, on the front of my paintings. This is a J, H, which goes along with a logo that I use on my website and so forth and that kind of thing. So Schmeer, this is number 11, and again it is also $300. Metallic tapestry. Don't you think this actually looks like a tapestry? I do. I like it a lot. I've always liked it a lot. I've had a lot of comments over it since I actually painted it. Again, creating some of those lines. These are a little bit more, what I want to say, they're looser, they're more free, rather than the lines in, say, back to Festival, where they created a lot of triangular shapes or geometric shapes. Yeah, there's a lot of geometric shapes in here, but they're odd shapes. So they're not specific to a triangle or a circle or a square. They're more odd shapes. So this is Metallic Tapestry. Again, $300. That was number 12. Metallic Tapestry. All of these that I'm showing you today, they're acrylic, and most of them, a few are mixed media, like the one I'm going to show you now, which is called Color Play. And Color Play is mixed media. You can see I added a piece of plastic here that I cut out, which makes it mixed media. I suppose if you don't like that plastic, you could just rip it off. I don't know. I'm not going to, though. But again, here, there's even a different signature here than on the previous one. So my signature on my paintings keeps evolving until I find something that I really like. I do like this particular one as well, but this is very colorful, and you can see some texture. One of the things that I do like to do is with some drywall tape, putting the tape down and then adding the paint, and then once it's just a little bit dry, the paint that is, then I'll rip that drywall tape off to create this, to leave this wonderful texture. But it's light, it's airy, it's bright, it's pink, it's various colors. The color play is number 13. So if you like that particular piece, let me know. Number 13, $300. Now this next one, I call it Going Under. You may have seen it on one of my competition with motorcycles going by. But you may have seen Going Under on one of my posts on Facebook or Instagram recently. I used it in one of my posts for well, advertising today's show, or promoting today's show, I should say. But Going Under is a painting that I created shortly after having had open heart surgery. And it's kind of representative of going under when they give you those drugs, which you know, you start counting backwards and you go to sleep, but you go to sleep, you go under before you really know that you've gone under. So Going Under is number 14, and again, going under this for this size is $300 plus shipping and tax. So you can see a little bit more. There's some texture in this as well, and I just find that this is a very fun piece. So Going Under. That was number 14. Number 15 is Glissando. And again, this goes back to my musical background. I have to create, or I have to include some titles on some paintings with a musical term, and glissando. So I just kind of got, see how this texture sweeps, or the brushstroke sweeps, or goes down, whichever way you want it to go. But it's kind of a glissando, like you create, like a pianist creates when they run their finger up and just goes through all of the keys on the piano keyboard. And also back over here, some of that texture using the drywall tape and paint. So again, it's kind of a, to me, it's kind of a glissando. So there's a lot of oranges, pinks, reds in this piece that make up the piece, make up the composition, which I love very much. Love the title. Again, Glissando is 300. That was number 15. Number 16. Number 16. Now this is mixed media. Again, it's 30 by 30. Hi, Ron Brown. Welcome, my friend. Anyway, this is size 20 by 20. It is mixed media, and that is because there is a coat of resin on top of the paint. And I call this shadow because if you look very closely, you can see somewhat of a human shadow, especially see right in here. And then there's the subtlety, the red up here kind of makes you think that there perhaps is a second image there. Hey Daniel, I just got an email from you a while ago. I have to show you the painting that I've created with kerosene. It's It's not on my agenda today, but I can pull it. It's just across the room here. But I call this shadow. Again, it's mixed media, 20 by 20, $300. And the sides are painted black. It's wired, so forth. $300. And a phenomenal price, believe me. That shadow was number 16. Number 17 is Jam Session. Jam Session. If you've never been to a jam session, or if you wonder what a jam session is, this is what it looks like. You've got all kinds of tones going all together and coming all together. So this is Jam Session with its various textures. And again, 30 by 30, 20 by 20, $300 for this particular piece. Let me take a little break. Daniel, I get that painting I was telling you about. Okay, my friends, this one is not for sale today. It's one of my newer works. I can get it on here. It's one of my new works, but this is oil and kerosene. I've used it, and you might say it's thanks Daniel, multimedia, because I used oil stick, I used oil pastel, I used acrylic, I used a pen. Here, this is oil pastel, oils, oil stick, and this is a strip of canvas that I painted with acrylic paint. So it's got a little bit of everything in this particular piece. Now, of course, Daniel, who's on here with y'all today, Daniel paints with oil and kerosene. Did I mention this kerosene? I used kerosene on this as well. And you have to start off with, or I started off with it flat, so that you could pour rather than apply with an instrument. Then you control the pour by how you tilt it and so forth, or whatever tool you use to smush it into the raw canvas. It's a raw canvas rather than primed canvas. And you can see my signature here. It's how it's developed. But I have to show you one other part of this particular piece, because I almost like the backside as much, if not more, than the front side. But nonetheless, it was too late to do something. But I learned something from doing this piece. My first piece with kerosene is that if you put down the dark colors, well, I don't know how to say it really, but if you can see the dark color that's coming through those light colors. I don't remember which I put down first, but I think that I must have put down the dark color first and then added the other colors to get it. But the next piece that I do, I'm going to start with it backwards. So I'm adding paint to the back side, then see how it looks on the front side before I add some more paint with kerosene to the front side. Anyway, that's my kerosene painting, which is not for sale today, but that's just for information. I have to live with it for a while. Dan says great colors, and he also said, wow, you've done a lot to it. Well, have I done enough? I don't know. All right, we just looked at a jam session for the sale today. So the next piece is number 18, and it's called Hardihood. Hardihood. Hardihood actually means boldness, or what else? what else do you want to call boldness? At any rate, it's audacity. That's the term. Audacity. So it's bold. It has bold colors and bold shapes in this particular piece. I'm back to acrylic. I'm back to $300 on this piece because it's 20 by 20. Anyway, Hardyhood. And that's spelled H-A-R-D-I-H-O-O-D. That was, Hardyhood was number 18. Number 19, Blurred Vision. Blurred Vision. You think you're blurred? You think your vision is blurred by looking at that, or you think the painting is actually blurred somewhat? Anyway, again, some nice textures, some nice colors, some lines created with white. So Blurred Vision. And that was number 19. Then I've got one more, and it's a little bit larger than any of the others. And this one is called Town Square. If you're from a small town, hi Fabian, welcome my friend. If you're from a small town, they probably had a town square. Or, you know, some large towns as well have town squares. But I call this town square just for some reason it reminded me of a town square. So you've got shapes, you know, back to the geometric shapes, triangles, rectangles, squares, another triangle, a partial, an unfinished rectangle, and so forth. This piece is 24 by 24 inches, over $1,400 regularly, but today I am offering Town Square for $300. So this is quite a bargain with the size 24 by 24. Hi Suchi, welcome. So Town Square, that's number 20. So, would anybody like to see anything again? You have any questions? You've all been pretty quiet. I like to have comments. Comments make it more interesting for everybody concerned. So if you have a comment, please say so. If you want to see something once again, please say so. I will let you know that the sale is good for an entire week, a week from today. It will be up on my site. You can actually go to my website, jerryhardistystudio.com, and there's a red banner at the top of the page. And within that banner, it tells you about the sale, the end of summer sale today. And then there's a link where you can open that link, and it will open to a page just for these particular works and just for the prices that are on these works for today and the rest of the week. So if there's something that you want to look at again, rather than asking me to show it to you now, you can go to that link and look at it and actually make the purchase right there off of that page. Again, it's my website, jerryhardistystudio.com, and go to the banner at the top and open the link that is there provided for you. Well, this isn't exactly the outcome I was hoping for. I was hoping that I would move some of this inventory to make room for my new works, but apparently no one's interested right now. Perhaps throughout the week you'll change your mind. I hope so. And I wish you all a great weekend. Stay safe. Remember, wear that mask and observe social distancing, whether you want to do it or not. I know sometimes those kinds of things can be challenging, and we don't always want to do it, but we should in order to kill this virus that's going throughout the country, our state, our world, your state. And anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish you the best. Daniel says, thanks Jerry, stay safe and be well. So I think he means that for everybody as well. And Suchi gives us a thumb up. Thank you, Suchi, and welcome. So anyway, thank you again. And this is Jerry Hardesty, and I am going to sign off.